Welcome back to this behind the scenes look at Shrimp at the House Recall. This is part 5, page 6. Um, Here we've got David is trying to, or he's got it in his head, thanks to Liz the previous night, that he should be spending time one on one with the kids. But it's kind of like, as miserable as he's been, coupled with everybody being busy, they're not really buying it. This way. And to Jackson's comments, like at the end of the previous page, about like how you should have done this before, is sort of the cats in the cradle moment. If you know that song, the cats in the cradle and the silver, that song. Let's see. I think I need to put David next to something for a size comparison shot. Just having him in the middle of the room, standing next to nothing, doesn't really do anything, so. Um, Say the kitchen is great because it's got these large flower pots. On the other hand, and we've still got the movie on the TV. Oh boy. Actually, this would be a good shot, but I've got to take the movie off. Okay, so let's collapse all this. It's under furniture, living room, entertainment center, everything grouped to sort of make the list a little more compact, but it means oftentimes when I've got to find something like the TV, for instance, I've got to drill down and select none. And then I think I can just change the diffuse color, right? Yep, okay. Let's grab David. I'm going to control D. We'll set him to the floor. Make sure he's touching the floor and not hovering above it. Let's render that. Grab the bubble. Let's see. Maybe I can talk Alex into taking a break. Let's see if I can condense that. Actually, that's good. I'm going to split this manually. So, I mean, on one hand, this sort of segment, I kind of kind of referenced it as a cat in the cradle, cats in the cradle moment. Like the kids are growing up and moving on without him. But, like I said, it's to an extent that he's kind of alienated them. And right now they're not up for. They're not really up for making peace. And he's not exactly going to tell them that he thinks he's, he's dying. In my head, I'm not sure if that's because he kind of doesn't want to tell them that, or if it's more that he never gets the chance to. Not sure how the render times are going to be. I know in in some of the when I was recording on the previous part, I kept thinking to myself I was going to delete videos, or I was deleting videos, and the ones I've still got, I'm I guess I finally decided to start processing them to see if I'm gonna see if the survived videos end up getting posted, or if they're going to follow their friends into the recycle bin. But the video processing takes up valuable computer resources, so it tends to slow down the rendering. And I always seem to do it when I want to record. So, but then again, I'm not really sure how much of it is in my head, how much it's really slowing it down. But anyway, um, yeah. But I think here too, I'm going to use this as a touch board to transition into a Alex scene. So I think what I'm headed for here, and it might end up going on to the next page. It might end up being the next page before I get there, but I think what I'm going to do is he he tries to get Alex to sort of spend time with him. Alex blows him off much the same way Jackson did, but instead of following David on to the next moment, like I'm doing, going from Jackson to Alex, I think it's going to shift we're going to shift the point of view to Alex leaving David behind and retreating back into his room, where I think what I'm looking at right now is that one or two of his friends are in his room studying with him. Scale that to 34. So I think the purpose of that, I'm going to take the second armchair out of the picture. Okay, and that's lined up. So the idea is the purpose of that is to give him sort of somebody to talk to about the next idea for his future. Because otherwise, I'm going to move that. Okay. Because otherwise, I've got to create another scene for him to talk about that. And what's kind of going on in my head in that scenario is that I kind of take it to the school. And I'm not really sure I want to do that. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure this picture is flush with the lines. There. So I think it's. I mean, I've already broken the idea that this is going to be set entirely in the house. But, I kind of feel going to the school is a little unnecessary. Select invert, shrink, invert, and we'll cut. Let's select none so I can see my line. Okay. It's a long way to that door. Looking at Alex. Okay, he's in the room. Unparent Alex. Da, 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 da. And let's open the door. Let's see what. Oops. Close Alex. Give him. 2. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to think how I want to. In his yeah, okay, so weird. Well, the pelvis bone is hidden, so in theory, whenever I get the poke through, I shouldn't be seeing buttocks. But you know what? Let's take the thighs off just for the heck of it right now. I don't know why the poke through issue is so bad in this story. So, and it's kind of the idea at this moment. And not sure what everybody else's experience in high school was, but way, way back when I was in high school, um, I seem to remember getting a few days off to study for final exams. So while like junior high and elementaries was still in school. So that's what I'm sort of seeing here. Or that's what I'm kind of trying to imply here is that, it's I think Jackson said their final exams start on the next in-story day. Let's go to perspective view because I like that camera angle, but oh, okay. That looked good from outside, but now that I'm looking at it from inside, this is a disaster. Anyway, so that's the idea is since their final exams start on the next day in story, they've got this week off, or the first part of this week off to study for finals. Straight now. Um, tell me I've got. Okay, let's unparent him. So, like as I said, I'm not sure that this is going to end up appearing on page, but if they're in the room, I've got to position them now. Hmm. In case, in case I get a camera angle on Alex that shows where they should be. Oh, okay. I'm just changing these shirt colors. Whoops. I got the shirt selected, not him. So, question is, where would they be seated? Okay, I got an idea. Let's close that. Come in here. Okay, the problem is I've got stuff parented to this, so let's unparent the stuff so I can just grab this. 90. Okay, so yeah, if they're going to be sitting over here, then we'll definitely see them in this shot. Let's see, -10. And I have to say, I'm sort of I'm kind of rethinking. I don't know about rethinking, but in thinking about their wardrobe, I'm kind of thinking of maybe he should be in a tank top like Alex. Oh my god, what is going on? Okay, here we go. It's sort of always been, well, I should say in like any story I do, it's always been implied that they're in a warm climate. Although I'll probably never commit to a specific area. I'll never identify what state they're in any story, I should say, but I'll always imply that it's a warm climate. Ugh. So plus where we're headed towards summer. You know, everybody's starting to dress a little warmer. Okay, so I think I'm going to take a parent. But, you know, it's like like anywhere in a warm climate, you become acclimated to it. So you know, warm in a warm climate is a little different than warm in a cooler climate. Let's see. I'm gonna put him in the computer chair. So let's grab this thing. Let's unparent the chair. We'll just change it manually. Actually, do I have? No. I might put him in warm weather gear. Let's see what we've got. Oh my god. This might work. I know these will fit too. So then we'll take off the pants. Okay. This thing will fit too. And what I'm gonna do is let's take the default texture off. None. Let's remove the bump map. The displacement map. Since I don't think any of those will have any effect in OpenGL, I'm just gonna just put in pattern. Let's see. Okay. Make them like jean shorts. And I think what I also want to do um, no, let's, this thing. So if I take the shirt off, right? Yeah, that's what we want. I think to keep the texture simple, I'm gonna find. Let's see, where is it, Alex? Right here. I'm gonna just pick a copy. Let's fit that one, and then we're gonna paste. And then I'm gonna change the color. Something like that. Okay. Now I think, let's see if I've got a slider to correct the waist. Nope, I've got to fix the bone. So we come, let's go pelvis, X. I think, come on. Yeah, see, it's got to come over the shorts. Good enough. Okay, so now, this is a lot of work. Oh my God, stop that. Yeah, so I'm basically setting up probably the next page as well as this one. Let's go 15. Come on, negative 15. Park him in the chair. Oh, that's not even close. Oh, you know what? I'm going to change the color of his shirt to. If Alex is wearing green, then he should be wearing something different. Come on, what is that? On the chair. Oh, God. So, it's what I'm going for here is that they're all studying together. which sort of compounds the idea that he's too busy to do whatever David wants to do. Let's see. I'm curious what this is. Oh, okay, those are the books he was sitting on. Okay, so what I need to do is find. The one on the top. So let's unparent this one. That way. Pop it out for a second because oh, shoot. What I'm going to do is move all of this down. Where is that? Now we're just going to sort of readjust all this. This is the Y, right? Yep, okay. I'm just going to set the book on the bed. I don't even know if. Oh my god. I don't even know if this is going to make it into the shot. Okay, let's collapse all just to make this easy. And oh my god, why does it have to do this? And I said I wanted to recolor this. Okay. So now let's see what our camera looks like. Yeah, okay. Now that we've gone through all that, let's change this to 12 and render. Hmm. Let's see. I might end up having to move this one. into having his friends over sort of helps with the excuse to blow his dad off. What do you want? I think I'm gonna move this over. This is gonna be one of those where I've got to wait for the picture, probably, to see what I've got for space. I mean, this could work where it is, but I'd rather bring it over a little bit more. The other possibility is I might have to re-render the picture and readjust the scene so that I've got space above his head to put the word bubble up here. I must still be waiting for the video to... Well, the video should be processed by now. There we go. So let's save. Open as layer. Hopefully. Oh, okay, this will work. Yeah, see, I've got lots of room here. Okay. Let's see. Invert, shrink, invert, edit, cut, and select none. I think the only difference is this needs to be flipped and brought down. Like that. Hmm. I'm going to play around a little bit. If I put this down here and then move this one up here, yeah, this might work. Okay, not what I wanted to do, but this will work. Thinking of all the pages I chose to film for you guys. Okay, that's oh shoot. Oh, a second I was afraid I forgot to put his legs visible again, but they're cut off so you don't. So let's make the legs visible so that we don't mess this up. Oops. Let's see. Um, Actually, if I go with this shot, the legs are still outside the frame. Okay, so let's shoot that one. I wanted you to sort of take a break so we can sit and talk. Okay, actually, I think I will break this up. Yeah. There. And to his word choices will end up giving Alex the wrong idea. And sort of go off on him or, jump to conclusions, that sort of thing. Da, 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 da. Merge down. I think I can have this bubble overlap. There we go. Save. I think it only feels like these are taking longer than normal. because it kind of feels like you're more in a rush when I'm recording. Whereas like when I'm not recording, it's a little more laid back. It's not like you're sitting here watching the clock, waiting for it to finish. It's like that watch pot never boils kind of scenario. Oh, there we go. I think to an extent, I've sort of diverted from my original idea that he looks to Alex to sort of save him from the other kids. Said to look out for him the way he did in the very first story. Jackson isn't really out to mess with him and have fun with him the way that, what are you gonna do? No, I need this one. Like he did in the first story where they were playing with him, layered in your size. Nope, I guess this can come over here. It doesn't have to. It's not going to. It's not going to overlap with the above panels after all. And it's while I could still have Aiden play with him. It's like with Aiden's age, it only seems interesting when he's down to action figure size and Aiden plays with him like one of his toys. Which means sort of that aspect can come into play later, but it's not there yet. See. And I think, oh my god. Oops. Okay, I thought I was going to get. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. this one, Control C. On the other hand, kind of thinking about it too, now that I'm thinking about it, I might throw in a scene. I might throw this in as a scene. Let's see, what to do. 3 seconds. Let's see. You don't have to. I heard from everybody else how you're disappointed in my life planning. Trying to figure how I can square this up because it's not. Yeah, I guess that's good. It's not coming. It's not going to go nicely. But what was I saying? The I could always have. There's the possibility that I could have Aiden sort of just grab him and take him to the playground to play on the equipment with him. Which, at this size, David would just love to be out in public. With other kids. Hmm. Of course, then, like, logistically, the question is who babysits him at the playground. If we've been establishing that Aiden needs a chaperone when he goes to the playground, can he just run off to the playground with David, claiming that claiming later that he thought he would be the chaperone? Or does he get somebody else to accompany him who doesn't exactly care that he's kidnapped David? Oops, not 34. This is 33. Okay, it's this one. Hmm. Okay, there we gonna work for me. Yeah, edit and cut. Let's go lengthwise. We're gonna do one of these pins. Side to side. Okay. 15. This actually isn't going to give me a lot of room. It's cut off up here. The middle is. Let's render that. I'm going to grab this one. Control C. Oops. This is going to be sort of like there. It's my life, Dad. I get to decide what I want to do with it. If I want to. That's my choice. I don't want to college like you did. That's my choice. It's my life, Dad. I had to decide what I want to do with it. If I don't want to go to college like you did, that's my choice. But I don't know yet, and I don't need you pressuring me right now. I don't need you. I don't need you bothering me when I'm trying to ace this final. In case I decide to go to college. Now the question is how to square this up nicely. Shoot. No. This is going to be one of those where I'll need the picture to... Oh no, actually that works. That works, that works, that works. Okay. So Control C that one, there it is. And actually now I've got the picture, so I might as well plug it in before I go and resize this box and then have to change my mind. 45. Yeah, I guess that's where I want to do it. Control C. Shoot. So let's merge this down. I like the bubble. I like the box there, but so let's grab the lasso tool. I should have grabbed the other box. Let's cut, edit, paste as new layer, and then transform it. Oops. I clicked the wrong one. So what I want to do is put the tail here. Yeah, tail there. And then what I'm going to do is Control C, a piece of the main box, edit, paste as, none. And then just slide the piece over this hole. See, like that. You know, I thought, okay, I guess. I guess it's fine the way it is. I'd rather have the box up here and let the trim and the floor break up this empty space than to kind of flip the box with the tail up here pointing more to his head and sort of this blank wall occupying the empty space. So let's go layer to image size. We will cut that, edit, cut, and select invert, shrink it by 1, and invert, edit, cut. Save, image, flatten, and export. Enter, export. Or we will drop those in there, and there's page 6. Maybe I can talk Alex into taking a break. Me and my friends are kind of busy. What do you want? I wanted you to take a break so we could sit and talk. You don't have to. I heard from everybody else how you're disappointed in my life planning and talking about it behind my back. But it's my life, Dad. I get to decide what I want to do with it. If I don't want to go to college like you did, that's my choice. But I don't know yet, and I don't need you pressuring me right now. And I don't need you bothering me when I'm trying to ace this final in case I do decide to go to college. So that is page 6. Um, it was a lot of work setting these two up when that's all we saw. His legs and half of his head. But it's worth it because it'll cut down on the time for the next page, set up the next page. Anyway, I will see you next time, and I hope you enjoyed that.